Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits.
Hello, hello, hello. It is your girl D. I'm coming to you live. Today is Sunday. It is a gorgeous day outside, and everybody knows what time it is. It is time for sucker free, sucker free, sucker free. It is time for all busters and suckers and anything mixed up and messed up and in between to get the fuck up and get the fuck out of the room. That's what time it is today. So y'all know how we roll on Sucker Free Sundays. We like to get right on down into the nitty gritty of things. And I had a great weekend. I'm trying to tell you something real good. I had a great weekend. I hung out with my daughters. I even went to work. I slept like a baby last night. I curled up in my big ass bed and I took my ass to sleep. I ain't had no reason for nothing to be keeping me up. But you know what? I had a crazy weekend. Ain't that something? I had a crazy weekend. Today's hot topic is going to be friends and how many of us motherfuckers really have them. Because not many of us have good friends, okay? Let's just be real. A good friend don't lie. A good friend will tell you the truth, even if that shit mean that y'all might break up friendship. A good friend will always have your back. A good friend is somebody you can call, and you just not calling them about when the stuff is messed up. You also calling them when stuff is good. Friends share and share alike. There is no competition in friendship. There is no back paddling, it ain't no buck dancing, and the damn show ain't stepping on each other just to get where you need to go. Friends are nothing of those things that I just named. So, it's gonna be a long one, but I'm gonna keep it under 15 minutes. I'm gonna just say it real fast because it don't take all day. How do you know that you are grown? How do you know when you have arrived? It's not going to be in pettiness. It is going to be in defending yourself at all times, if need be, but not aggressive. I don't think, I think when people don't understand other people, I think the mature thing to do is to ask them. I don't think it's worth two shits to run around the bush and to beat around the bush with each other, to try and hide, to say shit about the other person behind their back. People like that, it's like, you know what? I wonder what kind of friend that person really is. I mean, because most women that I know that are grown and on their grown woman status, when they have an issue with another woman, first they evaluate themselves and make sure they're not fucking tripping, and then they figure out why or what is it about her. If it's not a legitimate reason, then bitch, it ain't a legitimate excuse. So that's how you know people are still stuck in their little boy and little girl spirits. And due to the fact that we're not talking about the boys today, we're gonna stick to the girls, because the boys is a whole other ball game. I don't feel like going into that. But women with little girl spirits have a tendency to need people to validate and to vouch for them. It's nice to have one or two people in your corner. Anything other than that, that is your own insecurities. Anytime and you don't know how to be the friend to nobody else, and therefore you have to have a whole lot of friends because you just can't keep one or two, because then that means you would have to act right. And due to the fact that you like to switch and swap stories every blue moon, the way you feel fit so that it'll fit into your fairy tale life. That's the reason why you need a whole flock of these motherfuckers to validate you and to back you up, because you want for sure yourself, because you're still a little girl. That's it. There is nothing else outside of it. So due to the fact that you are operating like that, or dealing with that kind of little spirit, you gotta find out where that shit come from. Then that way you can nip it in the bud and you don't have to worry about that no more. It won't be an issue, because most people that have those kind of issues, it don't happen just once or twice in their life. It happens all the time. If a person doesn't know how to be a friend to themselves, they don't know how to communicate with other people. There is no other way around it. You have to be open and honest with yourself about you and your own situations before you can adapt those kind of friends that are open and honest with their situations. Then that way both of y'all know what the hell you dealing with. If you're going to come in there and make assumptions and don't know the person, then of course I expect for something ignorant to come out your mouth. So and that's just not a definition of how to portray yourself to be somebody's good friend. Because if I was on the outside looking in, I'd be like, if you treat her like that, I wonder what happened if you didn't know me and you met me on some circumstances. I question people like that because they have some kind of inferior problem, and that inferior problem causes it for them to have to control every situation. They got help for stuff like that. Most of the time, women that have inferior problems are bullied, and what happens is she is bullied or was bullied, and then she grows up and she bullies other people, or she manipulates other people, and she wondering why she can't have a good relationship with her mother or a good relationship with other women around her, because she has this big hold back that she does, because she doesn't like people to be close to her. She doesn't know how to give and receive, so she puts up this shield, and therefore she can't be a good friend. She can't be a good lover. She can't be a good mom. She's one of those grouchy mommies. She yell and cuss at the kids. She wish they was never born. Y'all know them girls I'm talking about. So with so many things like that going on, you would think like why you would even want to bother to be friends with somebody like that. If you are abusive in one area, you can best believe you're going to be abusive in a lot of other areas in your life. It's not just going to maintain itself behind a firewall. Most of the time it spreads throughout your entire life, and everything in your life is always chaos, always Debbie Downer, or always so negative about everything, So due to the fact that that's who you are deep down inside, I only expect for a person like that, which is very unfriendly, to also attract other women that are the same way, and they are also very unfriendly. So now we have a pack of dogs. It is what it is. So friends, how many of us really have them? Not many. And we're going to talk about it.
This kid's going to be the best kid in the world.
Much to none.
This kid's going to be somebody better than anybody ever knew.
We have to just get to a point where we can learn to be our own best friend. I love myself. I don't know about y'all, but I love everything about Adisha. I don't have to hide who I am, who my kids are. I don't have to hide what I do for a living, who I'm with, what my kids are up to. It's nothing in my life that I'm ashamed of, even the stupid, crazy stuff. I don't live in a glass bubble, as some people would like to live. I do stuff to make sure that my family is safe. That is my job as a mother. Yes, I will jump in your shit, for screwing up and messing up, and maybe that's why they don't get into much of nothing, because they know I don't play like that. So I try to teach my kids how to be good friends as well. I know that, they're going to grow up and they're going to leave and they're going to go out into society. And I don't want people thinking that my kids were raised by a pack of dogs or a cave of woods or anything like that. So I try to make sure that they are nice and polite. We get into our arguments. Yeah, they get into little arguments and stuff. That's cool. But we have limits on the stuff that we do around here. So, we don't beat them, make them tough, and, throw them outside on the bellies and stuff, and don't feed them and chain them up to the tree. We don't do stuff like that around my house. So I try my best to raise them the same way. You know, if you have a friend and y'all have a misunderstanding, you call that person and you get it straight with that person. You don't wait until it has blown out of proportion before you can go to that person, because in the heat of the angerment, things are going to be said, and sometimes things just can't be taken back. So it is what it is. So how many real friends do you really have? You know, who supports you? You know, who stands behind what you do? You know, real friends. I see a group of dummies gang up together and be friends, but you can't hardly find any intelligent women, you know, that can gang up and be friends, because so many of them are too busy trying to be in the group with the ones they think got it going on, ain't got shit going on but a damn rent, don't own no land, don't own no houses, don't own no businesses, ain't open up not now black business. Most of the people that try to downsize or manipulate are the ones that have nothing on their damn mind, their damn selves. They had a dream, but they ain't had no friends to help them push them dreams. So when they see somebody else dreaming, all of a sudden it becomes a problem. Those are your friends. Those are your friends. And you know, I try to be careful who I pick to be my friend, who I let next to me. Bitches rubbing off bad energy, you know what I'm saying? You wondering why the cat chasing the dog, everything backwards, because you got some friend that always coming over to my house and, well, you know, you should do this, but you know what, I think you should do that, because I don't think you're gonna be able to do it. And you done sat there and put all your hard time and work and energy into something, and you already have to fight your own self out and the crabs out there, and here is somebody that's supposed to be your friend and they're not even backing you up, even if it was something about the project that you're doing wrong. That is their time to come to you with an intelligent idea to help add to it, not to take away from it. I don't know what to tell you. How many of y'all really got friends? That's all I'm asking. So you know, they find the flaws in your things, and they don't do that to downplay you. They don't do that to criticize you. It's called corrective criticism. Have you ever heard of it? Look it up. You know, corrective criticism is a good thing. It saves lives, it saves families, it saves businesses, it saves homes, it saves so many things. It saves little animals, it saves little children. Corrective criticism, you know, it's a good thing because it's correcting something that is wrong. There is a big difference. Now, criticism is a whole different ball game. You don't have to know what the fuck you're talking about. You could just be babbling off at mouth like a babbling baby bubble. And you got the head bobbers, you know, like them little figurines you put in the dashboard and just bob your head. You got those, and you put a pack of that together, and that's what you got. You have criticism because they don't have a corrective mind set, or so they can't criticize while they correct. So it is what it is. It just is what it is. So friends, how many of us have them? What does it take to be one? How long can your friendship last? Are you a good friend? Do you know of any good friends? I don't know. You decide. You do, man. I'm your girl D. I love you. I respect you all. Peace.
You say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. And the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow.